Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Explorations of Wrath. Now, when we left off last time, everyone bought a house together, got cell phones, did some a little bit more shopping, and headed on back after a long day of walking around through the city, talking with people, buying things. So we'll pick up there. Alright. It is early evening, so 4 o'clock or so. What would you guys like to do?
All right. Are we still out in town, or are we?
You are back at the house. The
Right,
last thing you guys said was you were coming back to the house.
Well,
Hey guys,
probably.
what I miss?
Well, you
Okay,
missed us
firstly,
buying this house.
yeah,
What?
yeah, you're seeing a very annoyed-looking Serene. I would, I would prefer it if you would, for once, for 5 minutes, stop running off.
Look,
And pay a
listen.
bit attention.
New territory, new place I have to explore.
Also, you had 0 luck finding your boulder dash.
My
You-
Well,
boulder
that's good.
dash.
Boulder Dash.
Oh no!
Oh no!
You caught sight of it a couple of times while chasing it through the city, but it always seemed to elude you.
The only reason I want that thing back is because I spent a lot of money on it.
Speaking of things we've spent a lot of money on,
From what I heard, that's what you call a sunk cost philosophy. I don't know. Just admit that it's gone.
Mm.
well, but what we do have is gesturing around himself. If we, Eisner, would you? Well, the linking. Oh yeah, no, we linked this to this place, right?
Quincy has that, or
You
that.
haven't done it yet.
Speaking of that, I think we should, before we get randomly shifted, as quickly as possible, link to this place.
Mm? Oh, this is ours then. Okay. And
That's what we just said.
listen, he just spent like a night or two chasing down his boulder dash. Give him a second. Alright, let me just get into position. I guess I've got the orb then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
He's gonna take the orb and he's gonna sit down and he's gonna start working on linking the place up.
Quincy, assume the position.
I am assuming the position, by which I mean he's taking a lotus position, 1 foot on each knee. By the way, that fucking hurts. And he's just gonna, just do the thing, whatever you want me to roll.
Julie, do the thing.
Roll me a realm travel.
Oh, please tell me it's good. Yeah, it's good. That's a dirty 20.
It is. It takes you about a half hour, but you're able to get it. It is.
It is.
It is linked. Now I need to move you for a second, because I need to put a little mark on the map.
I want to say that by the end of the half hour, he's got butt lock. He's not used to sitting in the lotus position. It's when your
What
butt
you're
falls
saying-
asleep.
So what you're saying is, after you've assumed the position, Your butt hurts. Got it.
No, it's numb. It fell asleep. You need
Oh,
to
okay.
stop.
Your butt's
Okay,
numb
enough.
now.
Enough.
Now,
Michael.
I've had a day.
now
Bonk.
remember, when you come back, you will land within 10 feet of where you did it.
Alrighty.
So,
Someone's
well,
gonna land in the pool.
Yep.
Well, we better mark out this space or move everything out of this part of.
Oh yeah,
Serene
you
says
probably
as he
should
starts
have.
dragging plants away from this space, rearranging things.
Yeah, we probably should
You
have found a better
basically
place.
It's all right.
Yeah. I thought it was too funny not to tell you that
No.
yeah, like,
because this way we have a chance to land in the fountain.
Hey, well, if any of us catch fire, we can always hope that we land in the mountain when we come back.
yep, that spot where Birdsong has drawn out would have been probably the best of places.
Yep.
I was just trying to see what a
Slightly
10-foot
higher.
cube looked like to see if I could try to figure out like what would be a good spot for one.
Then again, you also said this
honestly,
would be
there's not a
slightly
lot.
larger
Yes.
than it is on
Yeah.
this map.
It is larger than it is on the map, but I don't think you guys want a 84 by like 60 map. 84 by like
Not
90
really.
map.
But after that's done, Serene starting to move plants out of the way whilst Quincy tunes to the spot, dragging him off. Come on, I'll show you around.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
I have a place that I would like to be a study for me, but for the other things, so looking also to the others, I think we can come to an agreement on rooms, right?
I think
I
so.
think for the most part.
The only room that's not up for negotiation is the kitchen.
Yeah, that belongs to Quincy.
It belongs to whoever can cook.
Oh, that's fair.
Well, dragging Quincy off, showing him around since he didn't get the house tour the first time. Setting a few things down in his room or his study, then looking through the rooms, trying to find a consensus on who takes what bedrooms.
Possession is just like an illusion, man.
So Birdsong wants to just be up on the second floor.
Mine,
Yes.
yours, those are bourgeois concepts.
Look,
You know what?
what's yours is mine, and what's mine is mine.
Yeah.
But yeah, looking around the place,
It is pretty well furnished. As would be new to you, it's kind of weird that everything is furnished, considering most places you go in, it's just a rickety old bed or a pile of hay.
And everything seems to actually match. Like, it's actually kind of decorated to match instead of hey, this one type of chair, and hey, I had a spare chair here, a different design, and
yeah, to even by major standards, this would probably seem like a palace. Well, it is, but
Yes.
it's pretty late. So you said it was pretty late, right?
It's
Or
now
late afternoon.
It's now about 4:35. It's about time for supper.
All right. Well, let's see what everybody's up to.
yeah.
Okay.
Check out the kitchen.
I'm finding the very oddly placed altar to a god up here.
Looking around, picking out a spot that can, both reserving himself the little separate thing for eventualities, but also, I guess, probably it's going to be Serene and Quincy picking out a spot where they can add a few bookshelves and, seeing about rearranging beds.
Yeah, absolutely. This area right up here would be a great place for a desk. That might be where Quincy lays claim.
Yeah, Eisen's gonna be up in this bedroom. He's not opposed to sharing a bedroom if Birdsong, but at the same time, if Birdsong doesn't want to own a specific spot, like,
Oh, it just doesn't matter. Like there's no real need for a specific bedroom for me. I've guys living in the temple. I've spent the entirety of my life so far either sleeping on the ground or with 17 other acolytes. Like, this is already luxurious.
And you preach us about the temptations of the flesh. Phrasing, Michael, phrasing.
You're just jealous that I'm getting so much.
so much tail feather.
Yeah.
Well, the assignment.
Mind over matter. You don't mind, it don't matter.
The room assignments can still change if we decide to rent something out, or if we get more people staying here. But for the time being, there's nothing that doesn't say we can't each take a few larger rooms.
Absolutely agreed. Oh.
Does the second floor have ceilings, or is it all open to the air?
It has, the second floor is mostly open.
But, like, are these rooms open to air, or are they... Well, this one looks like it's covered with...
with
shade. This one's shade. Like, I'm guessing these are open to the air, then.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the second floor is mostly open. There is a bit of a railing going around where the pool is.
Are these kind of watchtower spires? I see
Yes.
stairs leading up. Huh.
Well, they're also the only stairs that go up the second floor.
No, there's another set right here. Right off the kitchen.
Because where that connects would be right here.
Isn't there this as well?
This is probably elevated or depressed as opposed to this location. Like, this is probably a slightly different elevation than that.
Yeah. Why are there stairs right here? Oh, because
I see
think
stairs here.
Yeah, that's not supposed to be stairs, but when I grabbed the map, I didn't think about the stairs that should be here that match over here.
All right.
We just have a secret passageway that comes out from underneath this couch.
It wouldn't surprise me.
I know it's not a perfect lineup. Just leave me alone.
No, I'm doing that so I could figure it out. I bet you anything the stairs are underneath the shade right there. Or supposed to be underneath that shade.
Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and check out the kitchen. Since everyone else seems to surprised that I don't see Quincy over there during dinner time.
Serene will spend the time with his feeble mage strength, rearranging things, getting a bookshelf or two more into this place, rearranging, for example, the desk to be, to the left, pushing beds together or into a corner, or, pulling them out of the room, just spending his time rearranging.
Quincy, with the only one being Quincy, the only one having average strength, is absolutely helping. The rest of y'all are all he gets water.
Yeah, decorating the room, or just making the room a bit more fit for the current complement of people in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Namely, 4 people, and 2 of them in a similar room or same room means a lot of space.
Yes.
I just imagine Eisen going through all the kitchen cupboards like, who wouldn't need all these? All right, okay, what goes in here?
You know, during that, the rate is actually, the conversion rate from gold to this currency is actually phenomenal. It's really cheap, this place. Though I still think we should set out to a different timeline to do a bit of work with that conversion rate being so reasonable. And, well, we still have all the other things to worry about, but this seems like a perfect place to come back to rest up.
There.
Can always summon Galder's Tower outside of it as well.
Birdsong's going to attempt to try and make dinner. Just
Can I help?
more hands, more help.
Okay, so Birdsong, roll it.
Many hands make light work, after all.
You can either both roll a Constitution check, or Birdsong, you can roll yours at advantage.
Oh, Constitution check?
Yes. To see how well the food turns out.
Okay, I got a +4 to that.
I got a +1. If you want me to give you assistance, feel free.
All
One of the
right.
things I'd like to try and do eventually with Birdsong is get proficiency with cook tools, because I'm apparently Team Mom. Might as well make it official.
Well, I think I rolled a 21 and a 21, so it wants 21.
You're able to make a very nice dinner. Even though you have no clue, these after you figure out what the stove and how the stove and oven work.
All right, let's just try this, and this smells good. Then put this together, and all right, it's bubbling. Something's good. All right, just tasting it as an occasional taste testing as I add more stuff to it.
Quincy, roll me a perception smell check.
Alright, perception.
Quincy get automatic advantage for backstory reasons.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes!
Okay, cool. It's a 13.
Right about the time they finish, that's when you start smelling it. You don't smell the food early. But yeah, Eisen, right about the time you and Birdsong are about finished. So maybe during taking the time to move everything around, that's when you start to smell it.
Probably
he raises
going ahead.
his nose up. And you.
Already in the middle of
Serene knows what that means, so he just finishes the current task and then patiently walks over there.
I was kind of actually half expecting that Quincy would have been here sooner. I think he would go ahead and have a larger helping ready for Quincy to near him and swing by.
Yes. Also, to the north of the kitchen is the dining room.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, just have it prepped and plated for Quincy to swipe and go wherever, and grabbing my own portion and heading up that way.
I mean, I'm serving and making sure everything is settled, so I'm last in the room.
Hey, Serene, there's food back that way. You
Yeah,
went ahead and cooked
sure.
something.
Oh, sure.
No.
I'll help
Serving. Coming back.
out. Okay. Probably being pushed into a chair.
Quincy on top of the table.
Well, that would not surprise me with Quincy.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
But everyone has been served. You have a very nice dinner.
Well, if we're having something in a fancy place, Eisen's gonna go ahead and root through his bag and pull out that spoon with an E engraved, a silver spoon with an E engraved on it. And it's like, may as well make use out of this. I've had it for a while.
Curious glance from Serene, but he'll start a conversation. I I have mentioned before that we should probably decide what to do next. I mean, we already agreed that it was a given that in terms of more the realm travel stuff, we can't really trust anyone else that much. But just any other opinions on what to do next, how to approach things? I would say we can still try collecting more orbs, traveling around. So far, it's treated us good.
Yeah.
See if we can effect a bit more good whilst doing it, rather than just doing things. But
Yeah, I
this
think
place to come back to.
do the most good we can, and if we get more orbs, we get more orbs, and they seem to keep on falling in our laps. So
Yeah, I
I just think that if we're meant to get some more, that they'll show up. Like there's no, unless we know more about all this stuff, since there seems to be some contingency, some well, multiple groups, and the whole situation with Lady. You know what? I'm not even going to mention her name out loud here because I have no clue if she. You know who I'm talking about,
yes.
and Ari, and Katarina. Yeah, I think whatever's meant to happen will happen, and we're along for the ride. We've been along for the ride for a while.
Oh, yeah. Just yeah. I trust everyone around this table to most of the time do the right thing. But I think continuing some of these travels, well, it certainly would allow for us to pay for this place.
Speaking of, since I just, replaced my bow, I know that it was kind of expensive in our time, so I can probably sell it back then and uh, get us a decent amount of coin so that way we can convert it.
Uh, Waiting 5 seconds to stop, to finish chewing and swallow. Well, yes, and also perhaps some reagents. They're a bit rare in this timeline. I'd still much rather pursue my magic studies than always rely on technology, and wouldn't hurt to pick up a few things. Perhaps, well, still improve those new weapons of yours,
Yeah, I've been.
and perhaps get something for, well, some others amongst us.
I also,
Something I could.
while we were at the library, I picked up this kind of like, it looks like a strategy book, pulling out the survival book, pulling out the Boy Scout handbook. I'm probably gonna read it, see what uh, stuff they suggest for living in at least the wilds of this time, and see if there's any kind of survival tricks I can pick up from it. See if there's anything that we need to pick up for in terms of uh, helpful tools.
Hmm, not bad.
Quincy,
Not a
roll
bad
me
idea.
a intelligence saving throw.
An intelligence saving throw. Okay, that's a dirty 20.
Yeah. As you were eating and having your conversation, you hear this loud dinging ringing through, coming from what sounds like beyond the kitchen.
Does that mean I'm gonna start barking? Cause he's absolutely gonna start barking.
Yes. The save was 21.
Oh, keep it down, would you?
Oh god.
Ah, setting down his cutlery. After he finishes eating, trudging his way along to see what it is.
You need to get the water bottle.
This seems like sort of like an alarm spell.
As in
He's a
helping,
walking alarm spell.
as in kind of helping clean things up while everyone's figuring things out. I'm like, all right, if there's something going on, then I'm sure they can handle it, but I'm not willing to part with all of this stuff or come back to all this molded on the table.
As you get to the door, you can see through the glass in the door that there's an older gentleman standing outside.
I'm a dignified gentleman, I say. Bark, bark, bark.
You
House
see,
protected by 6-foot Yeen.
Yes,
Full-size Quincy is 7 feet tall. It's just human form is 6 feet.
Quincy,
Mm,
quiet down.
but
I think that's quite
it
impolite.
made noise. What is that noise?
also remember, Quincy, you're
It's
in
that
no
alarm
form.
spell.
You're
Form.
Yeah, he is in no form. He is 7 feet tall.
Yeah,
We can
trying
all-
to pull Quincy back so that he doesn't, bite our guess.
Why is it making
Yeah.
noise?
Because it's that alarm spell thingy they said. That's on things, I think. It's alright. Just
Alarm spells don't
calm-
sound like that.
It's similar. Calm down.
Okay,
Uh,
okay, I'm calm.
Unless Birdsong beats me to it, answering the door once Quincy has stopped, trying to or threatening to maul our guest. Yes, excuse me, how can we help?
you are home.
Yes,
Just checking in. You've made a lot of purchases in the last couple of days, and you're brand new. Just doing my job.
And sorry, I'm at a disadvantage. I'm Serene Reflections, and you might be
Ancient John Brown.
non-comprehending. You still have me at a disadvantage. Pardon me. What would that stand for?
The Magic Bureau of Investigation.
Ah. Oh, well, a pleasure to make your acquaintance then. Yes, we've just recently arrived here and we're looking to get ourselves situated.
That's fine. He kind of flips open this black thing that has an ID with a badge on it. So you can see, and kind of closes it and puts it back in his inside breast pocket. Now,
Quincy is very, very clearly looming over behind Serene and just leaning his face over Serene's shoulder. Who's this man? I don't trust this man. He doesn't say that in character.
It's okay. Good. Is there anything in particular we could help you with?
Well, I'm doing my checks. We're doing our checks, and come up. You guys spent close to 30,000 in just over 3 days.
That should be, doing head math, Serene doing head math, should be about accurate. As I said, we were trying to get ourselves situated, arriving with, well, the financial means, but no permanent place to stay.
It's understandable. It's just this is basic procedure. Are you planning to stay here for a while? Are you?
Uh,
I guess I should say, are you planning to make this your permanent time of residence?
yes, we are planning to do so. Uh, we do plan for this to be looking around our permanent residence. We still do intend to travel on occasion.
Then kind of pulling out this book that looks like it's maybe 6 inches by 4 inches and probably a good 2.5 inches thick. You'll want this. And he hands it over to you.
Thank you.
On it,
Can you just give us a bibble?
on it, it says rules for time travel.
Oh,
Thank you. That's
You doubt the word of Garrett?
that is very much appreciated.
No, I know this is your first time, but read over that. Make sure you don't take. If you travel back to your time, back in the past, you don't take anything too crazy.
Noted. Are clothes permitted? I'm rather getting fond of these.
Clothes, certain weapons, and Eisen, are you showing yourself, or are you staying hidden?
Eisen goes ahead and comes towards the entryway. Hey, trying to find out. So he's not gonna play. He's not gonna try to hide from probably a inspection or whatnot.
Yes.
put on record that Quincy is still squinting. These are still ancient medieval glasses and aren't quite up to snuff.
Oh, things to fix.
Might I also recommend an optometrist for you?
No, thank you. I just ate.
Or how about an ophthalmologist? I think that's the proper one for eyes.
Optometry, I think, is eyes.
Yeah.
Optometrist is correct. Because I have to see one about my glasses soon.
But also, your group looks like you're decent. We could use people like you on consignment for some cases. Have to okay it with the boss, but
Some
Looking
cases.
to the others. That sounds intriguing, at the very least. Yeah, Quincy, time cop. That
All
does
right,
sound
so
intriguing. We were just discussing, things along that avenue, or looking for. Well, it sounds intriguing. Now, would you prefer to exchange modern contact methods, or are
yes.
alternative methods preferable?
Yes, and kind of hands you a card.
Ah,
This is
what
my
is-
number, and we have your guys' number already. All four of your guys' numbers already.
Like I said,
Distressing.
once you've got a cell phone, they auto succeed on the scrying checks.
well, we did have to go ahead and sign our names to this and sign up for a
Yes.
contract and whatnot. I'm sure information gathering seems to probably be this organization's strong suit.
Well, either way, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Can we offer you something to eat or to drink, or is this just a brief visit?
This is just a brief
Quincy.
visit today.
I do want to say that Quincy growls as the dude's being offered something to eat.
Yeah. Don't worry, Quincy. I cooked plenty.
You don't get between a Knoll and his meal.
Yes.
I'm gonna
Well.
glance over at Eisen.
What?
Oh, I cooked plenty. Okay, yeah, sure. Okay. I see what's going on here.
We
Those vegetables didn't shop themselves, you know.
No, they were fanned.
and they're fanned. And
You bet your butt they were. I don't know where I was going with that sentence.
and
They were julienne sliced efficiently.
But yes, this is just a courtesy checkup. We've had some people who were not the... You know what I mean.
I think I caught your drift. Yes. Well, I think we will still have some business about town tomorrow. So if there are any conclusions reached within good time, well, you know how to contact us.
Yes. Who would be the best to contact in your group?
So,
I'm pointing at Serene. Serene is my nomination. You're the most well-spoken out of all of us.
he is the most learned of us.
You can say it. The only one with better than a +1 to charisma.
Yes, so, yeah,
if you would prefer, certainly.
yes, just make sure your phone's on and charged so that way, I can get a hold of you in the next couple of days.
Not showing a pained look at that. I'll do my very best. Thank you.
Thank you. And again, it's been a pleasure. And he kind of turns, walks out to this very, very black sedan with deep tinted windows, gets in, and drives away.
These
Turning
days,
around.
I'd like to ride in one of those contraptions.
All right, so we gotta find out what those laws are.
Yes. Waving the book, but first pushing Quincy slightly back. You know, we've got to work on this at some point. It doesn't seem to be progressing, especially with you being in no form or just rubbing his temple. Listen, you've seen how other gnolls around here behave. It's sometimes not a bad idea to blend in a bit.
You can't really blame me for not understanding the customs of the time period.
I can't, but you seem a bit more on edge than you used to, reacting a bit more instinctually lately.
My instincts have been on overdrive lately for some reason.
Well, you know, if you need to talk about anything, just let me know. There's still a few other things I might want to talk with you about. A few things to tell.
Everyone roll me a history check.
But sure.
History?
History.
Okay.
Oof.
It's story.
Eisen with that +0.
Serene and Birdsong, you can't remember anything. Quincy, you vaguely remember seeing what looked like different pieces of straps hanging in windows. Eisen, you remember that one of the shops you passed by had something called obedience collars or training collars.
Oh,
You're not going to do that, are you?
I remember it, and I'm like,
Serene doesn't remember it, so
And Eisen is not going to mention it because it preys on some stuff of his past that he's like, no, we're not. We can figure something else better than shocking a friend.
That has some seriously grim implications for this time period.
yeah. Especially if it's, specific for nose.
No.
Hey, anybody remember the scrapped Zootopia concept with the fucking shock collars?
Mhm.
Was already Google searching it.
Yeah, no.
You were allowed one aggressive action a day.
Oh my god.
Serene would like some manners to improve. He's not going to start shocking his best friend.
It's called shock therapy.
Shock therapy has already been proven to be pretty inhumane on its own.
Yup.
Yes. But I couldn't
Especially in the
resist.
But is
I
it
love
in
it.
Kenku? These are questions we have to ask ourselves. It might be inhumane, but is it also in Kenku? These are
Listen.
the tough questions we have to answer.
Listen.
Yeah, Eisen, you remember seeing it. You don't
Serene
remember
would
what the
like
shop was,
prefer
though.
to reason with Quincy rather than consulting
Definitely
people.
not going to bring it up.
Yeah.
If only you would have rolled slightly higher, it would have been even more hilarious.
It's probably a sex shop.
Oh god.
Use you? Oh my god.
Dogs do you
But yeah.
have? Honey, no.
Yeah, but with that, it's getting kind of late. What would you guys like to do?
Well, I was going to study my manual. If someone wants to review that book of laws about time.
Seems reasonable. Quincy, there would be a thing or two I wanted to tell you at some point anyways. It's just always been running around from one place to another, missing 3 or 4 sessions. So I never got around to it.
Let's go.
Dragging him off.
Yeah, find out what it is you need to tell me.
So I'll say you guys cleaned up your dishes and whatnot.
Yep.
With my tongue.
Yep, I made sure to stay behind for a while and clean the dishes before
Yeah.
making my way to the front.
Yeah. You do find a dishwasher that after a few minutes of pushing buttons, you finally figured out how to get it to run properly.
All right.
Dude, a house like this, they ought to have a restaurant-style dishwasher where all you have to do is close the hatch.
Nope, it's still it doesn't have one of those.
Nah.
Look, the big portion of this house is that it has a pool. That's where the big...
That's all.
Yeah.
Honestly, it wouldn't make sense for them to have a restaurant-style dishwasher.
Speaking
Yeah.
of which, I'm going to go ahead and read my book, Poolside.
All right. Anything anybody else has to do, or should I continue talking?
Go ahead and, for those who are going to read books, roll investigation, but go ahead and continue.
just didn't want to cut off anyone. I probably should have told you this earlier, Quincy, as soon as they're situated in the room. Just a bit personal topic. I'm sure you remember when we met your, well, past slash possibly a version of your past flame.
Roxanne? Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, just never found the right time to tell you that. From what she told me, or, well, when I asked a few things, well, in the way that I can talk, uh, she's not exactly just a version of the Roxanne you know. Uh, and, bracing himself for reaction, she is actually the exact same Roxanne.
Okay. Yeah, he's getting a little bit more exacerbated.
I I never found a good time to tell you this because it was, well, incarcerated this, trial that, different strange place with you running off places and not really enough space for privacy. Uh, but I felt like you had a right to know. But it also means that when she told you that she went through about, well, you guys went through about another 7 breakups in the timeline before she accepted you, it might get a bit awkward and emotionally taxing, as it seems you won't necessarily be encountering her in the right order. So it felt like I should at the very least tell you so that you could prepare yourself emotionally that whenever you get to see her, at least for the time being, it might get a bit awkward and difficult randomly.
Yeah, both those massive hands are just clasped around Rain's shoulder, and he's just like, dude, player's having a hard time forming comprehensible sentences. Give me just a second. I appreciate you telling me that, because that pretty much cements what I'd already decided. Don't know if it's going to work between me and Roxanne, if it's going to be like that.
I'm sorry. I
Don't
just
really
felt you had
don't
the
be.
right to know. I I just know how much it messed you up last time.
It was a shock, to be sure, but to have her flirting with me after knowing that the last time I'd seen her, or the last time I'd heard from her, she had pretty much told me to pound sand.
Yeah, and I didn't want you to. Well, I didn't want any of her next reactions the next times you see her, which might be, well, what happened the first time or worse, to be a surprise.
I don't. Okay. I don't think ill of her. She's still one of the people I trust more than anything else. Of course, less than you. But I guess the chemistry is just not right. There's just
Hmm.
maybe I do something that she finally appreciates, but I don't know if there's a future there anymore.
I'm sorry. You know
Really, don't be.
that.
And he like kind of lets go and slumps down on a bed, and it's just matters of the heart. It's hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
And who knows?
Serene.
Maybe something will happen that'll absolutely prove me wrong. Maybe there is a future there, but I'm really glad that you told me.
Yeah. I mean, you could get lucky and only meet her in the more fortuitous settings, but yeah, you had a right to know. Just sitting next to Quincy, keeping him company for the time being.
Of character. This is like, this is so cute. In character, because I have all these conflicting emotions because I am like in character, but I'm also like looking at this as somebody from the outside. Like, oh my god. But in character, it's like, ah.
Yeah. Alright. We were having that conversation. While that conversation is going on, we'll jump to Eisen and Birdsong real quick. Excuse me. Eisen, as you start reading this book, it's counteracting everything you've learned up to this point.
Alright.
Like, you grew up on a farm, so you know how to deal with things, but it's telling you instead of, once you see something, instead of going right to help, it's contact for emergency, contact the emergency services, and then offer help in a matter that you yourself don't get injured. Like,
Alright. Must be a thing at this time.
contact the police or fire, whichever is needed. It's
So they have agencies for that specific matter. Alright.
yes, but you don't get too far into it because you're trying to start to read by the ending of Daylight.
Mm-hmm.
Birdsong, as you start to look over these collars, they're not making sense to you. You can see things engraved on them, but
Sorry.
you don't understand them. But you kind of put it. You do notice that though when you put them together, you can feel the whatever in your hands. You can feel your magic drain from you as you kind of push them together and pull them apart. But you don't really get too much with it. It's in a language you don't understand.
I at least get the sensation that they could be used repetitively. Like the way you're talking, it sounds as though this is something that we could use.
Yes.
Interesting. I am ready to begin my cult.
I see
Oh,
how
dear.
it is. I see how it is. As soon as we mention shock colors and no, we're not going to get any, you start investigating the ones we already have.
This is the first downtime we've had in a very long moment. This
Oh,
is the
yes.
first moment that Birdsong has had downtime that isn't in a hotel room with the rest of you.
Yes. So, are you going to read
Yeah.
the book after you have the conversation with Quincy.
Yes.
As you're sitting there and you kind of start looking through and reading through the book, it is written very bluntly, to put it best. It starts out by literally saying, if you fuck up the timeline, we will find you and you will pay.
Polite. Does it define acts that F up the timeline significantly?
We need to get the records of the last 200 years of lottery winners, and we need to get a sports almanac for the last 200 years. Also, don't call me Birdsong anymore. My name is Biff.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
But also, bringing up that point, don't call me Eisen anymore in this time. Call me Elias.
What, are you chicken?
No, that's actually my my alias here that I put on my ID.
Yes. But yeah, big things. Yeah, big things that are a no-no. Going back and changing outcomes of games, getting lottery numbers. That's a big no-no. Also, going forward in time and doing the same thing is a big no-no. Getting to the list, as you read through, it's a pretty pretty dry list of rules. And it encompasses your basic, don't go back and tell people, I'm from the future, fear me. Mass panic kind of thing.
Be not afraid. Ma'am, this is the most terrifying moment of my life.
And you do get to a list of things that are considered illegal to take back in time. And you read through it. You don't have any of these items. Things like cars and...
Yeah.
Yeah. It makes note of things like cell phones, if taken back in time, must be hidden. And no pictures of the past.
Fair. Well, no pictures of the past?
No pictures taken from a trip to the past. Because it would risk the cell phone or a camera being seen.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And it does have different restrictions for different times. Like, as you kind of flip back to the time when you're from, right about 850 to 900, it does have a couple of things that are not to be taken back. And one of the big ones is, don't take back... Where'd it go?
Yeah. Just
Don't take back things like night vision goggles, flotation devices, things that would get high-ranking magical officials interested in you and willing to kill you so they could find out.
Yeah. Nothing too flashy, nothing too visible. Don't demonstrate any special powers.
Yes.
Be discreet, basically.
Yes. And no, a tank is illegal in all time zones. In all time.
Yeah. Then again, I would have figured.
I'm just talking about a helium tank, not a...
Just like I presume...
Yeah, sure.
Just like I presume no U-boats at Cape Economus, no tanks at the Battle of Cannae. Fair enough.
Yes. But
Look, I'm just saying, if George Washington had an M249 saw,
yeah. Also, it says don't change. Also, one of the other big rules is don't change the past.
Mm,
So
awesome.
it talks about a man who went back to try to stop one of the wars and ended up making it worse. It
Well.
doesn't give the name of the leader he tried to assassinate, but it caused the war that raged to increase in speed from 2 years beyond that to immediately. And the casualties were tenfold what they were in the original war.
Oh, it's like that terrible, terrible dark joke of scientists stepping out of the time machine. Hey guys, I killed such and such. The guy that never. Oh no, nah, never mind. Not gonna say the full joke.
Don't go back
yes.
and try to assassinate Hitler before the war.
Who's this fellow you call Hitler? I just killed the previous German Chancellor. You know, the one that plunged the world into a 10-year-long depression. Why? What happened?
Yes. But with that,
look, I'm just saying that the Battle of Thermopylae with artillery support would have been mad different, bro. Oh, you've got the Immortals? Oh no, I've got the Archer artillery system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Alright. But with that, it's getting a little late. You've talked and tried to read and figure things out, even though some of you can't rack your brains around them. You just don't have the big brain as a tiefling. Go with that big skull.
Thought and words.
I don't know what you're talking about, Quincy. You could still fit the whole skull in your mouth.
Yeah.
Amongst other things.
Yeah, I got a
So uncalled for.
But what's my watch now in quiet mode?
I do like that Birdsong really is the closest to being completely incognito when we return to our home timeline.
And eyes is gonna stick out like a sore thumb.
Saw one ad for the U.S. Navy SEALs and immediately adopted the entire aesthetic.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you guys went by a few recruiting stations. Just you were on a purpose. Because I could easily see Eisen joining the army.
Proud. The Marines.
Birdsong would almost want to join the Air Force.
Okay.
To be a pilot.
No.
Ain't like she's gonna be able to fly another way.
Wow, okay. Those are fighting words.
Okay, with that, you settle in. It's a bit of a different night. It's quiet. You can still hear a little bit of the hustle and bustle of the city, and you can definitely see the casino even way out here. You can't make it out completely, but it is lit up.
Nope. Closing windows, going into a different room, just saying, fuck that noise.
Yeah, well, with the windows closed, you can't see. If you close the windows, there's no light that gets in. You can only assume that whatever this is this fabric blacks out all the light.
Oh, I really wish we had this in our time.
Yeah. No, Serene just snuggles or cuddles into bed and tries to go to sleep. Probably very much aided by this being, besides the hotel bedroom, just about the most comfortable thing he's ever slept in.
This
Quincy
is
found a
even
body pillow. This is a huge game changer.
I don't know what the proper word would be, Michael. Just,
it's
into bed.
actually, as you lay in bed, it's a little too soft and a little too hard, and then you hear this whining, and then as the whining shuts off, it feels perfect. It's as if the bed adjusted it to your exactly to your needs.
Ooh. Now there's a good use for magic.
With that, you all fall asleep, have a long rest, and you wake up in the morning.
Awesome.
Birdsong, when you wake up, you kind of open up. You're used to getting up early, but when you kind of wake up and you sit up, it's still dark out for what you can see.
I guess in that case, I'm going to just kind of make my way as quietly because I don't want to disturb everyone else, and kind of come out into this little area. I like this area. There's a nice little water feature.
As you open the door and kind of quietly try to open it, you're hit immediately in the face by a very bright sunlit morning. Those curtains are very well made. It is later. Looking at the sun, it's later, and at your phone, you realize this is a lot later than what you would normally get up. It's like 8:30 compared to like 6:30 that you would normally get up.
Oh, okay, so very much later. I mean, if everyone else was sleeping, same morning routine, just late. Meditations, workout, and then meditations, workout, and then I'm gonna try to kind of abuse the if we can train a skill thing, kitchen, if no one else is waking up. But I will let you determine timelines.
Let's see if I roll out of bed. Nope.
Nope.
If Serene wakes up decently early, just getting out of bed without trying to wake Quincy, taking another look around the room, trying to note details about the beds, and, well, then heading into the bathroom, running himself a very hot shower, then deciding on a very hot bath to start the morning, noting details of it, just things for Galda's Tower for when we are away from this, because I don't think at least one or two amongst the numbers would like to give up the comfort.
Yeah.
Then going into his morning routine of training concentration, having his familiar pester him whilst trying to concentrate.
May I make a suggestion?
Always.
Weighted pillows and weighted blankets.
Yeah.
That would make Quincy very, very happy.
Yes. Again, like you said, as you get up and get moving, you don't have any issue with the dark. You have dark vision.
Yeah.
But
Yep. Asin's gonna start getting up and then realize, oh crap, it's pitch black in here.
Yeah.
Alright, time to stub my toe!
Birdsong, go ahead and roll a Constitution check. Eisen, roll a perception check at disadvantage.
Oh, and even though I don't partake, I'm still cooking Quincy meat because I might be vegetarian, but that doesn't mean I'm going to push that on Quincy.
That's a 6.
Quincy absolutely appreciates that. By the way, he has woken up and he is going to be in the bath.
You stub.
Which one? We've got like 12 here.
Yes.
Whatever one is free. He's not going to lay claim to any particular one, but
I think we've got 2. It looks like maybe a regular bath and then like a whirlpool jacuzzi deluxe scrubinator.
Yes, and then off each bedroom is a small bath.
he's gonna take a small bath then, and take a shower first, and then a bath.
Okay.
Because he learned to wash the mud off and then like soak in the nice
Clean water.
nice hot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the shower you're going to, Serene? Or the bath?
Whichever one seems appealing in that room, yes.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So again, as you open the door, you are blinded with how bright the sun, how high the sun is actually already up.
Slight curses in Inferno. Pressing his eyes almost entirely shut so that he can just barely see, shut to almost a slit, and closing the door behind him so as to not completely wake Quincy up. Then proceeding outside, still pressing his eyes shut, moving into the bathroom, not switching the lights on, but just in the dark, taking a nice relaxing bath.
Yeah. Well, the windows in the bathroom are frosted glass.
Then continuing to squint until he gets accustomed to it after like 5 more minutes.
Yes.
Splishty splash, I'm already awake.
Yep. Eisen, you stub your toe. You stub 2 toes actually. It doesn't do any damage, but I rolled to see how many toes you caught on the corner of another bed.
And I'm gonna feel my way to the head of the bed and open the curtains and then proceed to get blinded by the light.
Yes.
Did by the light.
Yep. There
Roll
you go.
me another perception check.
This time at normal?
At
or
normal.
Still? Oh, yeah!
You are considered blinded for the next minute. As you kind of grab and throw the curtains open, you are effectively looking right at the bright sun.
So this is how I'm picturing it. As he's reaching for the thing, can you hear da 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 da, and he grabs it and flash!
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, my brain goes weird places.
Yeah. All good.
Yeah, and Birdsong, you're able to make a really good breakfast. Go ahead and mark down to mark down three ticks for learning cook's utensils.
I'm going to proceed to sit back down on the bed with my eyes closed, try to remember the layout of the bedroom, and blind fire Echo towards the doorway and swap.
Okay, you're able to swap. Your Echo's kind of pressed into the corner by the door, but...
Alright, feel the door. Okay, find door handle. Open it slowly. And just slowly but surely trying to get my eyes adjusted to the light as I'm like, ow.
Yeah.
What a morning.
As you do, you kind of notice that there's a little white piece on the wall with a black protrusion sticking out on it.
Oh my god, yes, please touch it.
There's a black protrusion. Okay. I go ahead and poke it.
As you poke it, nothing happens. It moves up just slightly, but nothing else.
Huh. Alright. Seems it moves. I go ahead and flick it.
And the lights in the room turn on. The overhead lights, and you can hear what sounds like a fan, like a wind starting to spin up.
Huh.
As a overhead fan turns on.
Can I just say it's really fun to play these characters in a modern setting?
Yeah.
That's... Oh, it's those lights that we saw back at that library. Captured flame? Well, I don't know. Anyways, it seems
Lightning
that...
in a bottle, baby.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get some food now that I can actually goddamn see.
Yes, and as you kind of make your way, Birdsong, that's about the time you finish making breakfast.
There's a blow dryer in here.
There is.
Keeping it warm and such for people, but just kind of seeing when people wake up and make their way to the kitchen. Breakfast is an important meal of the day, after all.
Yes.
Actually, no. You know what? I'm going to take a meal, and I'm going to have a short little meal, and then I don't know what everyone else is doing, but you tell me when this happens. But after I've done making breakfast and leaving it warm in the kitchen for everyone, I'm going to go to the restroom. Serene is currently there taking a bath.
Oh.
And Serene doesn't know about locks.
Yeah, I was about to say, other than standard, deadlocks or deadbolts, I don't think he would know about locks.
This doesn't have a deadbolt. It's
Yeah,
just a little...
You know what I
bolt.
mean.
Yeah.
Other than
Breakfast
the very simple
time.
ones.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Serene
Word.
is probably standing in the bath right now. Actually, by that time, closer to getting out.
Yep.
Because he's not going to squander that much time.
So, Birdsong, what would you like as you go to the bath?
I'm assuming that, I've already meditated, I've already worked out, I've already made breakfast for everyone. I'm already halfway into what I'm thinking for the rest of the day. I open up the door and I see naked Serene, squawk, and then slam the door.
Suddenly, a drip drying Serene before you. No.
Everyone can hear the squawk and the slamming of a door.
Slight
to another
slight confusion on
Oh my
Serene's
god, it would be
part.
so hilarious if you accidentally ran to mine next.
Slight confusion on Serene's part, then just continues drying himself off slowly before going to whatever counter there is for the other morningy stuff like, brushing of teeth or things where he can set things down to then
Yes, there's a...
prestidigitation.
You all brush teeth. Beak crew, where are you?
Yes, there's a spot in the sink for brushing of teeth, shaving of beards.
Hey,
trimming of
Michael.
horns.
Hmm?
Birds have teeth too.
I know, and it's horrifying. Don't remind me.
They can, at the very least.
Viewers, don't ever look up geese mouth. Like, that's just nightmare fuel.
Oh, it gets worse. Don't ever look up those various fun little mutations that give them back more full-sized teeth.
Or penguins. Penguins also have a terrifying, esophageal tract.
Everything about penguins is horrifying if you look into it.
And kind of moving away from birds, just turtles and tortoises in general, especially sea turtles. Just...
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, so I's gonna make his way back to his room, and does he remember that the door was closed? It was opened originally, and now it is closed.
Nope. The bedroom door was closed because it didn't have a blind on it.
Oh, I barricaded the door.
At this point, if you're trying to get into this bathroom, that door is barricaded.
Nope, I have no idea. All right, as Eisen tries to open the door, and it just gunk. What the fuck?
Like I don't think that Birdsong would understand like the clicking lock that is in a lot of modern doors, where you just turn the mechanism 90 degrees or so. So, like, by barricading the door, I mean, like, a towel has been wrapped around the handle to, like, a dish rack, like, you know, the towel rack on the wall or something like that, so it is just, like, tied shut. Like, it's barricaded.
Oh, poor little bird.
As I
my
try
God.
to open it, it
I don't want to
doesn't
see
budge.
your little Serene. That's something I want to see.
Little
Then
Serene.
don't go into bathrooms.
Trust me, it's not little.
Oh!
Yes, I've
Fancy
started. I'm
nose.
doing the jokes now.
Yeah, as
The
you
meme continues, it grows.
kind of grab and turn the
Amazing,
handle and
Michael.
kind of push on it, it moves maybe half an inch and then just slaps back into position. Birdsong, make a wisdom saving throw to see how freaked out you are.
I can tell you right now, already, a lot.
Yeah, you're pretty freaked out. The door's just moved a little bit.
I have subsequently
Something
rolled
nearby to
15
hand,
to
just
1
like
to
the soap bar or something, just like slams against the door as it gets thrown.
Yeah.
Another squawk.
Yep. You hear a squawk and a slamming of something on the door.
All right, I guess that's you, Birdsong. Sorry, we need to figure this thing out. We have too many doors that, yeah. Sorry. Goes to the next bathroom, and if the door is closed, just
It is.
slowly pushing it open, like, is anyone in here? No, don't you fucking dare.
Quincy, your door in your bathroom is starting to open.
I thought you were over here.
Nope.
Oh fuck.
That's just a that's the half bath. It only has a sink and a toilet in it.
Grrr.
Here, all right. Is there
Actually, I think
any?
that would be the master bath.
Is there any kind of bathroom around here that is open? My God.
There's a man bath right here. I think that might be the master.
Maybe.
He's gonna have to
No.
fully armed and
Hey,
armed.
you know what? It's
Yeah,
always
the face
it's always
for
the
scorching
last
ray.
one you check. So I'm gonna try this other one.
Door opens, no issue. You see Serene standing there.
No. I decided
the-
against
close the-
opening the door. Yeah, I decided against opening that
They
door.
shouted at to close it.
Yep. As I start walking over there to this bathroom, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just try another one.
Maybe we should lay claim to bathrooms.
Well, there's only 3
Yeah.
bathrooms and 4
Oh,
people.
There's a half bath here, so
Yeah, there's.
Our
Yeah.
characters learn to know what a lock is, or put a sign on the door.
Yeah, this
Yes.
looks more like a spa bath, and then these two
Yeah.
are guest baths. This looks like, honestly, this is a master bath because that's that's a bedroom and a bathroom connected.
Yeah.
And then I think there's 4.
Completely off topic, but is Birdsong albino or Lewisich?
Albino.
Gotcha.
White except for like I think it would be eyes and like interior colors, like inside of the mouth. Like, I think that's how albinism works for most birds.
If that is those parts are normal colored instead of red, that would be leucistic, like Carl said, I think.
So Lewis, Lucid, bleh.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm not 100% sure what leucistic means.
It
Um,
is a lack of pigmentation, but it is not like an absolute absence of it. So you can still have like a normal color. Sometimes it's just like a form of piebaldism, or
yeah,
piebaldism is a form of it.
Oh,
you know,
so would it be fair to say like leucistic
eyes
is
or-
low levels of melanin and albinism is 0 melanin?
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
I guess I
Yeah.
was never aware of leucistic. I always just wrote her as albino. I don't know if that changes anything for Secretary Birds.
It depends on how you want the secretary bird to be colored. Because if she still has like some colors, I guess. Let me see if I can find a picture of a leucistic to secretary bird.
Yes,
And
but
who is it?
100% honest, her
Does
plumage
this?
is white. That was always the big part for me because I was always describing her from terms of like a writing perspective.
Oh, that's entirely fair.
yeah.
And
So-
so, like, I wasn't going into tiny details like the palm of the hand or like the
It
inside
was
of the mouth.
mostly I was
like,
concerned
from
about eye
across the
color.
room, white plumage. That's
Yeah,
a
she
good
can still
question.
she can still have white plumage. It just depends on her eye color. Because if it's red, she's albino. If it's like anything else, she's leucistic.
All right. So.
I am so
Well,
sorry to go off on this tangent. I was just like writing up a list of things I need to draw.
all good.
I would
Uh,
say that it is albino with red eye.
Okay.
I mean, just a 30-second Google search. So this is the level of depth I've gone so far. Albino secretary bird in Google Images does not give me a whole bunch.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not giving me a whole lot either.
Although secretary birds, once again, I'm reminded, oh, they're just so pretty.
They are really pretty.
Yes. Now, what were you saying, Eisen?
all right. So this third bathroom that I checked, does it have a bath? Or there was debates about whether it was a full bath, a half bath, master bath. Does it have a bath?
It is a half bath.
So it has a tub, but
It has
no
a
shower.
it has a toilet and a sink.
All right, fuck this noise. I'm going to the lake. Screw all of this modern bullshit. As I go ahead and go
sorry, Isaac.
rinse off in the river.
As you get close, there are signs posted: "No swimming."
I'm not swimming. I'm bathing. There's a difference.
Fuck the rules.
Welcome to our ool. Please notice that there's no pee in it. We'd like to keep it that way.
Okay, as you remove all your clothes and you start to get in, it's freezing cold.
I don't give a fuck. Just get it done quickly.
Your outie's about to become an innie.
Roll me 2 perception checks.
All right.
Hi, Cena.
Okay. As you get in, you kind of clean off, even though it is freezing. About the time you're done, you notice maybe a couple 100 feet away from you up the river, 2 eyes that are reflecting off the sunlight, slowly moving towards you.
All right. It is time to go. Echo, teleport away, and quickly, like, I have done my due diligence. Goodbye.
What you don't see as you step out is a car coming down the road, and 2 seconds later you hear this whoop as the car skids to a halt about 15 feet from you.
After I had teleported,
After you had teleported, you're still nude.
All right.
Public indecency, man.
Well, I'm not in the city, so not in the public.
Oh yes, because that always will definitively work.
Yep.
Didn't want to be drunk in public, officer. I wanted to be drunk in a bar. They threw me into public.
You hear coming from inside the car. Put one hand up and one hand over your groin.
All right. Echo covers groin while I hold up one hand and there.
You see that two people step out of the car. One is a almost all black fur gnoll. The other one is a calico cat, stepping out, and you can see both of them have their hands on what you now know as a pistol of some sort, and are looking at you.
Morning.
Noah looks and goes, "You know it's illegal to be nude in public, and it's illegal to swim in the river. Not on dangerous."
I did not know that. Sorry, new to this place. Fairly well. What is the term that they use to refer to us as first timer? Sorry about that. Not gonna happen again. I saw no swimming. I thought swimming, not bathing. So that's my bad. I will, if you allow, I'll get dressed and get out of here.
No swimming, no bathing, it's the same thing. Being a first timer is no excuse. The sign is clearly posted right here. And he gestures to the sign that's maybe 6.5 feet from you.
I misunderstood the sign because I thought it was just referring to swimming, but I understand. I do apologize.
Now, normally we take you in and throw you in lockup for public indecency, but what's your name?
Name is Elias.
Elias.
Elias Mist.
Reaches up and touches a black box. I need a check on an Elias Mist. A couple seconds later, you hear a female voice come out with all your information. Well, looks like it is true you are a first timer. So, we're gonna let you off with a warning for the swimming. But, unfortunately, we're gonna have to write you a ticket for the public indecency.
All right. Do apologize about that, officer?
Sheriff.
All right. Sheriff.
Yeah, I guess deputy would be the proper term. He proceeds to write you a ticket, and he kind of rips it off, and he goes, "Alright, I need you to sign here and here."
All right. Sign. Sign. With my free hand now that, signing the ticket. All right. And how much does it look like it's going to run me?
$150.
All right, that's an expensive bath.
Was it worth it?
Now,
Yes.
Didn't even attempt to seduce the police officers. What kind of a scoundrel are you, Elias?
Now,
One with a +1 to charisma.
now, don't do it again. We catch you doing it again, the fine will be at least 10 times that.
Understood. Just all the personal baths were taken, and I didn't know anything. I will try to avoid it in the near future. Thank you.
Thank you. As you're getting back in, you can hear the Knoll. You hear the Knoll talking and clearing the call, and you can hear the Tabaxi just barely as she gets in. No wonder no wonder they did the cross species. That was pretty small.
Uh-huh.
I guess
All right.
we'll
For
have some-
fighting words.
Take 1d6
Yep.
psychic damage.
Mhm. Well,
Roll
I
a death
was
saving throw on your ego.
pretty small. Well, I was just in cold water, miss. Yes. Go ahead and start getting dressed.
She just ignores you and gets in the car, and they drive off.
Honestly, that tracks. Furries are pretty judgmental.
I didn't even think of that. I just had to make a joke about the cold water.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
And
Not all of us can be
dressed
like
and-
Asperius, okay?
All right, I'm gonna come back and be like, oh, fucking day, stub my toe, get blinded, and now get rid of the ticket after trying to just find a damn bathroom.
you come back as everyone else is pretty much finished with their baths and is eating. And you can smell the food and hear them talking.
All right,
Also,
everyone. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I just wanted to say that Quincy has found the conditioner and the blow dryer, and he is just a goofball.
Oh, hey, Aizen, welcome back. How was your dip? Small breakfast sausage?
I take it everyone had a nice, refreshing bath or shower.
Comfortable, steaming hot one.
Great. We need to
So
figure
I'm
out.
embarrassed in just serving breakfast.
We need to figure out some sort of like timetable or something, because
we need to add locks to these things.
yeah, I got frustrated after like the third bathroom I tried to go into and it was occupied, so I went out to take a dip in the local pond, and apparently they don't take kindly to that. So
What are they doing spying on you out at the pond?
well, the local law sheriff, as I think they called it, said that it was public indecency.
We have sheriffs back at home, you know that, right?
Yeah, but this one looked weird. Had the badge, the whole get up, like not the old others kind of style of sheriff. It definitely looked. I don't know. They drove up in one of those vehicles, and there was a knoll and a cat.
Well,
Those are called tabaxis.
Oh, all right.
you should wait. You never met one before.
I don't think so.
You have two Meta
oh, yeah.
Tabaxi.
Yeah, moon.
Yeah.
You've met two Tabaxis.
And
I've just
Yeah.
never referred to them as tabaxi or known.
You also met Good
Well-
Fortune.
yep.
Yep.
So many cats.
The name of the race has not come up for Eisen, so
Well,
they
They don't
They
really
handed me
like being called cats.
we can
Copy
agree
that.
that we should solve the bathroom situation. Perhaps just
Oh, yeah.
something on a.
Oh, by the way, they handed me this piece of paper. Apparently, I owe $150 now.
Okay. Well,
So, that's a steep price for taking a bath.
Yeah.
yes. Well, regardless of that, I still think we should do what we discussed yesterday. Perhaps go into town, register this as the place we're staying. See about a few other things. See if we can either get some work with this new fella from that agency, or else, well, start planning.
Agreed. Absolutely agreed.
Speaking of plans and such, did you read anything on that in that book that we should avoid?
Yes, anything flashy that's obvious, basically, to summarize, anything night vision goggles, other strange implements. No, some weapons are alright, like
So,
yours, but nothing too technologically advanced, nothing too flashy.
so a
Here,
combat knife might be able to be used, but gosh dang it! I was hoping possibly a
no
few of those
photos as
things.
well, but
No photos. Oh,
yes, no
right.
photographs. Nothing
Oh,
that's
oh.
too advanced,
Okay,
but
so but
movement
Birdsong can
should
still
still
do.
be alright.
Birdsong should still be able to do her drawing, right?
Oh, of course. It is just not to be seen with those photograph camera thingies in the past, just because they look rather weird and very clearly strange.
Oh.
Well, you can read it as well. Serene will hand it over. But
Mm-hmm.
yes, I think you should go pay that, however one does that.
Yeah.
Gesturing to the ticket he got, and we should register this as a house. We should
Mhm.
also perhaps read up a bit on how to make safe for, well, whilst we're not here,
Yeah.
just so that all the implements work correctly.
Yeah.
We just need to find out where to get a couple hyenas.
Not that kind of safe. I think the alarm spell covers that. I meant more make sure that whatever is needed for those pools or baths is in correct order.
Mm.
I just don't know what is needed.
Mm,
He doesn't know that there's something like, a main water stop.
Yeah. Also, it does say that you can pay the ticket at the courthouse.
Oh, great. We gotta go to the courthouse again. All right.
What do you mean again?
Haven't we gone to the main entry courthouse area for entry?
Oh.
I'm
Out of
not
character,
that.
I thought you'd already gone.
I'm not that much of a troublemaker. I know I'm a troublemaker, but yeah.
Well,
Oh, also, yeah, just to make sure everybody knows, my ID pulls it out says Elias Mist. It's close to my spelling, and I figured I'd use a little bit of an alias around here, so just in case, I'm just, you know me.
what
Should
have
have
you
used my old
prefer?
clan name. If I'm not going to be able to use my normal disguise. No, I like Quincy better. Quincy's a good
Why?
name.
I like the name as well, to be honest. Uh, this is in character as well. I like the name. It's well, how I knew you.
Hmm.
Huh.
No, it's a good name. It's
And
just an odd name for a knoll to have.
well, that shouldn't matter much, should it?
Oh, not at all.
And I don't see why you wouldn't be able to use your disguise much.
I tried.
Well,
Also, everything
Good.
in the modern times is set to Quincy's Knoll identity,
Yeah.
not his human.
Yeah.
I know.
Yep.
Mhm.
Well, you can
All
still
right.
keep trying to see if it works, and whilst you're in private, whatever form you feel more comfortable as.
Definitely be working on that. Jesus Christ, I'm so sorry. My dog just yawned in my face and it made me yawn.
So yes,
All right. So shall we head into town to take care of this stupid paper and also take care of registering the house and doing a little bit last bit shopping?
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
I guess we can keep an eye out for that screaming death trap thing.
Screaming
everybody,
death trap thing.
everybody, roll me
Yeah.
perceptions.
The I think you called it a boulder dash.
Him.
Oh,
Oh, would you look at that? Everyone but Eisen hears a screaming as it gets louder.
Oh, speak of the devil.
Huh? Oh, fucking hell.
visibly deflating. Hands on to the kitchen counter.
Hey, go ahead and move close to the pond here, just hoping it'll come my way and be, oops!
I'm going to the door.
And right as you get to the door and you go to reach for it, you see it just slam into the door. Like, the store didn't open on its own.
I am going to try and grab it with both hands and lift it off the ground.
And looks, Master! I found you! I have a
Where?
gift!
What?
And
What did you do? What did you get?
you see as a pouch on it kind of opens up and it pulls out and hands you a roll of what looks like bills. I made you money.
You get this?
I made
Secret
you
ingredient
money.
is crime.
You
He
made
printed
me money. Did you sell something? Did you procure this, or did you literally make this? He's counterfeiting.
I bought things and I sold things. I made you
Okay.
money.
Well, he's looking around at everybody. What do you make of this?
I mean,
Boulder
if
dash.
If it, what are
if it
its
can pay for itself.
and what are its other functions? It might be useful to have something around the house whilst we're gone.
Are you saying that?
Don't trust that. I
Are
don't
you saying
trust
that out loud?
No.
Okay, if you're not saying it out loud, then
No, this was more of a mental message to Eisen with a chuckle behind it mentally.
Look, you can't just keep taking off like this. There's gonna be times when we're not even gonna be on this plane.
Very strong stares from Serene
but I make you money,
at those words.
and I can clean
Into your
houses.
head.
And as it does that, you can see that the paint on it changes to black and white.
You kidding me? I just touched my glasses. I went to
It's
facepalm. I'm very physical when I voice act, okay?
Well, if it can take care of this place, I guess.
I don't trust that. I just I don't trust that.
Why?
Look at it, and he's just holding it in Eisen's face now, like inches from your face.
Nothing can go wrong as he pushes it away with his pistol.
So many pools around the house.
Yep.
Please.
That's a grim thought.
Ancestors below, please.
Quincy's just tucking it under his arm. I'm going to figure out what to do with him, but for now, no more taking off. And no, we're not
I
going to
must go
turn him
make
loose in the
money.
house.
I
You
must
don't
go
need to
make
make money. You don't need to make money.
Hey, you know what? You can make money for us easily.
No.
By
No.
getting yourself
No.
sold.
No.
We can sell him back and get
No.
the money.
Go ahead and use its special ability.
Okay, what's its special ability? 1 second. Do I not? I don't have Boulder Dash on my thing. We need to homebrew him in.
Yeah, I can. I'll have to remember and do that.
I
I think
got
it's
it.
the everything in a 10-foot is annoyed.
Let me open Stibbles real quick because I don't even have it open.
Yeah, it's the annoy.
Where the fuck is my document? So there it is. Stibbles. Open up the PDF. It's gonna take for fucking ever. The PDF is huge.
Yes, it is. I have it via the internet browser.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm looking for constructs.
I think it's like 67 or something.
I found it. I usually go to it through the contents because you can click on the contents and it'll take
Yeah.
you right to the page. All right. Yep, irritate. Hey, you all have to succeed on a DC 12 charisma saving throw.
Including Quincy.
Yeah. So let me just
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, beat it.
Yes.
So we would have had a disadvantage on ability skill checks for the rest of the. Let's see, how long?
It's not that long.
Yeah, until its next turn.
Yes,
Yeah.
but it was gonna. If you would, I'll be honest. The only one that needed to fail was Quincy, so that way it could use it to, so it could try and get away from you.
You know what? At this point, I'm getting sick and tired of it. And Quincy, are you still holding on to it?
He very much is, and the moment he sees you make a move, he's going to tuck it back under his arm.
I'm gonna hold open my bag and look at you like we can at least stuff it in to where it won't run away.
If we're going to put it in anybody's bag, we're going to put it in my bag.
All right, but your hands are full.
I don't trust you.
Put me down. I have to go make more money.
You'll make more money, just not right now.
Trust
Oh,
me or
wait.
not, your bag is on your person unless you want someone to fill you up for your bag while you hold
I
it.
apparently do not have a bag. God damn it.
All right, well, I got a bag of holding right here. It'll stay inside this ethereal void or whatnot, and not be able to leave.
If you throw it in the pool, I will throw you in the void. You got that?
crystal clear.
And he's going to try and stuff that balderdash into the bag of holding.
As you push the boulder dash into it, you get some pretty major resistance.
Oh boy.
Not from the boulder dash, from the bag
Stop
of
it.
holding.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Stop
it's
that.
too big.
Serene would recognize it. That means you shouldn't put it in there.
Yeah, he's pulling it back.
Fucking hell. It was worth a try. Put the bag away.
Agreed. Now, if we don't trust it in here to look after the house, we need to have it outside the house, don't we?
I guess. All right. And he snatches the
Then-
money away and just begins to very slowly put the balderdash down.
Outside,
As
Quincy.
Yeah, he
soon
put
as
it
you
outside.
put it down, it takes off again. Bye. See you tomorrow with more money.
I can't believe I'll let you talk me into doing that.
Peace and quiet.
I love
Well-
that we now have this pet that we just all collectively hate, but we can't afford to get rid of.
We can afford.
Oh,
I can
afford. We can afford the 10-foot push into a pool.
No.
I could easily just pull my rifle out right now and
No.
slowly but surely aim at it
No.
as it's going away. And
Quincy is very gonna slowly but surely take the muzzle and push it up.
Yup.
Come on.
Come on, we're all
No.
thinking it. Come on.
Let's get ready for the day. We have things to register at that horrid place. And I'd
By the
like
way,
to-
how much money do I add?
You had $175.
Hey, that thing
And that-
actually paid for my
Translates to gold,
Sweet.
right?
It would translate. Well, you'll have to exchange it into gold. It's only dealing.
Oh.
It doesn't know how to deal with gold. It's just dealing with modern money.
But for the for the sake of D&D Beyond.
I usually just add all dollars we receive right now under other equipment. It's easier because you don't actually have it in gold.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, it's like 3.5 gold.
other possessions. And
175. Dolens. There we go.
Yeah, because
And since
it's one gold is
$50.
$50.
All right. I'm sorry, Serene. I realize I interrupted you.
That's all right. I was just suggesting that we should, since we just, just finish up what we need to do here. Finish with food and stuff. Then leave and accomplish what we need to do. The registering and things at that annoying place downtown. So that we can be ready if the agent, that was the term, right? Yes.
Yes.
That's still in character. Comes back to tell us that he has some work for us, which might be a good starting off point, or else we can just set out on our own.
That sounds like a plan.
Serene, did you ever turn your
Just
phone
curious.
back on?
He would have probably by now turned it back on, and has it in his breast pocket. Since he's said that he would. Reluctantly, he has modern technology.
Yes. Your breast
ready for
starts
the-
to vibrate and make a ringing noise.
Quincy, no. This is a different thing.
Yeah, it is
Interruption.
it is different. It is. You can feel from where you put it. You can tell that it's your phone going off.
Okay, going through what you read in like the brochure, with the 101 stuff. how to use this. Putting it out, looking through to accepting the call after like 5 seconds of fiddling with it.
Yeah. As you answer it, you hear on the other end, "Hello, Serene Reflections. We are calling about your car warranty that's about to expire."
Sorry, who is this and what is that?
We're calling to your extended warranty.
The extended warranty on your car is about to expire. Would you like to renew?
Say no, say no, say no.
No, what is that? The car. I think I've heard about those.
The message then repeats.
This is like a magic mouth thing. Dispelling it, no. Looking for the off button.
You see the big
However
red
you turn
button.
this thing off, pressing it. I think I just got some sort of magic mouth thingy talking to me. They just repeated message after message.
Weird.
Doesn't one of you know what a car warranty is?
Not a clue.
No clue.
I hope it's not something
You've
that
been
goes
listening to a
pay.
lot of. You've been listening to a lot of word tape things. Did that ever come up?
Shaking head, no. I don't think I've even hit the W words yet.
No. You're in the O's.
I know car.
You know car, but
Serene roughly knows car as well. It's those vehicles, but he has nothing associated with car warranty.
Quincy
well,
wants desperately to ride in one.
Well, let's go, shall we?
then Quincy will be
This
mad.
Why?
Because after
Why?
they bought the house, they rode back in the car to town with the realtors.
Oh! I didn't get a ride.
Well then, nice morning for a walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too bad that we don't have one of those things. It was kind of nice going riding back with the realtors.
Wait a second. What? Did you got to ride in one?
Kind of respond with what the lady had said, just like, "Oh, it's a long distance back to town. You should ride back with us."
Quincy's gonna start sulking at the back of the group as they walk back.
Aw,
He
Birdsong
angry,
will
no
have
talk
her-
him.
Birdsong will walk with you.
Mm,
Ubisoft and Angie fix.
It takes about a half hour, 45 minutes. You're walking at a moderate pace. But you get back to the bridge. As you kind of walk up to the bridge, you see this long bus pull up and just a short man in the front just kind of wave at you.
Go ahead and wave back.
Thank you. Yes. No. This was the thing we took to the town last time.
Even worse. Now he very angry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Quincy rode on the bus once when he first came to
He
town.
Yeah, he loved it.
Well, Serene would make his way over to the bus because it's a shorter time than having to walk.
Oh no, the bus is dropping people off at the bridge to the city.
Oh, this is the end, right?
Yep. And they're waving. Is it the same individual that's
Yes.
driving the bus?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then just waving back.
I mean, you have the phone and number for a used car salesman.
Yes. That's exactly who I want to trust.
You don't know anything about that.
to be fair, we'd have a car sitting in a garage potentially for several years if things
Mhm.
go poorly. Cars don't very much like that.
Especially electric
No.
cars.
The nice thing about not trusting anyone is I can also not trust the ones that are shady.
You know,
That's fair.
we should really go for a really good green vehicle if we do get one here. Electric. Think of the past. Bound Elemental is where it's at, guys.
Jesus
Nothing
Christ.
is greener than Bound Fire Elemental.
Jesus Christ.
Uh,
Yes, but
Nothing makes the car go round like technically slavery.
you get into town, get all your addresses updated, pay your $150 fine. It takes a couple of hours to do everything. There's a lot more people in the room with the DMV. Like when you guys went in, there was like 4 people. This time there's like 12.
Hmm.
And that's what takes
So-
up the bulk of your time.
Yeah.
Then, as you're walking out, you get another Serene. Your pocket vibrates again.
This thing again. Has any one of you, didn't even have time to ask what the thing was, but, grumbling, looking at the phone, doing the old person hawkish searching for the button thing before pressing. Yes, hello, Serene Reflections here.
Ah, Serene.
Looking to the others as if he did it right.
It's John. John Brown.
Yes. Scrolling up if that matches. Yes, how may I help you?
Well, I just wanted to call you and let you know that you guys have been approved on a case-by-case basis to, if you wanted to make some extra money.
That sounds good. Well, how... yeah. That sounds good. Doing the whole not knowing to cover the speakerphone. It's the man from yesterday. We've been approved for, well, some work. Yes, that sounds great. What would you need us to do?
You could either meet me at the at our office here in town, or I can meet you at your house later today.
Doing the same thing of putting the phone down. He doesn't know to cover the microphone. Do we still have things to do in town, or should we head there?
If we're
He
already
has
here,
work.
then we may as well. I mean,
We turned off the house. Metatalk. The houses would withstand some sort of absence, right?
What do you mean?
Just we'll go talk to him. Yes, that would be fine. We're in town anyways. We can come meet you. Where would it be?
He rattles off the address and to you. If you need help, just punch it into your phone. It'll give you directions.
Thank you. All right, we'll do that.
Alright.
See you in a few. Goodbye, he says questioningly. not
Goodbye.
knowing how to-
Talk to you here soon. And then you hear beep,
And
beep,
before
beep.
he finishes this, Actually, before he finished the sentence, Serene would probably have pressed the button.
Okay.
He second phone call, first one proper. All right, relaying that to the others, as well as asking Quincy, do you know what he meant with punching in an address?
Not a clue. I can't
Uh,
even make heads or tails of these things.
Birdsong's head like kind of cocked to the side in confused bird form, and she like mimes a slow punch as though questioning.
I'm not sure either. I don't think these things can take that, and I don't think they interact with key, do they? I think we should just ask someone.
Okay. There's plenty of people around,
Yeah,
and a
then
few of
just
them are
laugh.
looking at you weirdly from how you were talking on it.
Yeah. Yeah, then just having relayed the address, either Serene or somebody else, if they want to do it, flagging down someone asking for, excuse me, could you direct us to insert here?
And looks at you. Don't you have a cell phone? You can just punch it in there.
Again, punching motion.
I'm sorry, I haven't used one before.
Well, he looks and goes, well, here. Kind of reaches into a pocket, pulls out a phone and punches a couple things. Okay, now you see this. He kind of swipes over on the screen and taps a what looks like a picture of the city, zoomed all the way out.
Oh.
And then up here in this little bar here, he taps it. You can put in the address of where you need to go, and it will give you directions.
Well, thank you. That's quite helpful. Thank you.
No problem. We were all first timers here.
Ah, good to
So
know.
this isn't uncommon.
Well, there's a welcome center.
Yeah. We appreciate it.
Yes, very much so.
Any questions, I would suggest heading to the Welcome Center. They have many videos or tutorials on how you can do stuff, and especially with phones and that. They're usually pretty nice about it, but kind of looks down at his watch. Oh crap, I'm late, and sorry, I'm glad I could help, and he kind of takes off running.
Take care.
Thank you.
Just don't, from what I hear, don't cross the street except for the spots you're supposed to. Okay, bye.
He just kind of one hand up in the air as he runs off.
Alrighty.
New ability learned. How to Google.
Ooh, how to Google.
How to Google
Please
Maps.
turn that into a skill. An
I was about to
intelligence-based skill.
I was about to ask, does that take up a spell slot?
No.
I cast 9th level spell. Go to the second page of Google.
No, that's only an eighth level spell. Finding
I cast
results
5th level
on
spell.
page 4 of Google is a 9th level spell.
I cast 5th level spell contact tech support.
Yes, you were on hold for the next 2.5 hours. And get somebody who you can only barely understand.
Casting time 4
Who's
hours.
speaking partial goblin?
25%.
Yes.
Are all tech support just goblins and they only speaking mostly goblin or
No. There's some orcs and kobolds.
Anybody remember the time when they would tell you your spot in line, and so like one person would have to be like basically chained to the phone in the kitchen and calling out like, "We're number 47, just a few more guys."
Yes.
Yes.
I remember calling up something, you're number 30, and like just set the phone down for an hour.
Yep. I remember the customer support.
Yep.
Pepperidge
Yes.
Farm remembers.
But yes,
Pepperidge
you're
Farm.
able to open Boogie Maps and find your directions. It's fairly simple. It's right on the edge of the city center and the red light district.
I also love how we basically got contacted by the FBI, and our first response was to ask someone where to find the address that we're meeting an agent.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I have a top secret mission for the government, but I'm having trouble finding this address. Could you help me?
Yes, we are private military contractors tasked with tracking people down. Do you know where Main Street is?
All right. So
Okay.
Just
back
one-
away
you want
slowly.
handling precision strikes.
Eisen's gonna go ahead and
I am looking for White House. Where is it?
Eisen's gonna go ahead and pull out his cell phone, power it on, and try to follow the same steps as that individual showed.
As you're powering it on,
Looking for Salisbury Cathedral. Here it's very nice this time of year.
as you go to hit the little white bar that you seen the guy hit to start typing things in, something drops down in front of it and it opens the screen flashes black for a second, then opens a what looks like a wall of text, and it says, "Download this app. Try our new casino app."
Oh no!
What the fuck? No. How I show them that
Free to download. Click here.
how to get rid of. Like, I don't want this shit.
Just leave it for the time being. It's not worth it. Yeah, you're being socially engineered. Please don't resist.
Look at it and can I find any kind of clothes?
Yes.
Or
there is a button that looks like a home on in the bottom.
And I press that. I'm like, no.
And it goes back to your main screen.
All right, let's try this again. Pull up the Google Maps and try typing in the address.
And you're able to type it in, and you realize it's literally follow the main road clear down through the city center and right to the edge of the red light district.
Oh, lovely.
Yep, it is right there.
Alrighty, following.
And as soon as I find out exactly where it is, that phone is getting turned off.
As you close it and you follow it, your phone starts making noises and vibrating.
Powering it off. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Be important.
I don't believe so, because I have no idea who could be trying to contact me, considering no one. At least from my understanding of these cards that I've been getting from every single person, you're assigned a number. I haven't given anybody else mine, so likely not important.
No, mine.
You guys all have effectively the same number except for the last digit.
Mine, I would love for it to effectively spell out. You know how there's 1-800 Walmart and stuff like that? I would love it to just say "fuck off."
No, it's XXX X6645. Serene has 6, and Birdsong has 7. So Eisen has 664, Quincy has 665, Serene has 666 and Bird Song has 667.
You did that on purpose, didn't you?
The guy, yes,
7530.
the guy, and the guy who set up the phones did that on purpose.
Oh my god. That's really shit.
Serene probably hasn't noticed yet.
Nope. Does
Didn't at
Well,
the time, so
To
like
be fair,
that.
I don't think Christian
I don't know.
iconography exists in this world.
no? It's just a
Yeah.
number.
Yeah.
Does Birdsong and Quincy have their phones on?
Yes.
Yes, but only because I don't know how to turn it off.
Okay. As you're walking up, Birdsong, your phone starts vibrating and lighting up in lots of flashing colors.
Yeah.
I've seen Serene do it at this point, so I'm going to mimic him as much as possible.
As you kind of look
And
at it,
pull it out, answer the phone.
as you pull it out and you look at
Birdsong.
it, and kind of go Birdsong, nobody answers. And
Song.
again, nobody answers.
Birdsong.
Nothing.
Is it
I
still
kind of
ringing?
hold it out to other people and just be like,
Yeah.
As you hold
Sad
it,
face.
Still ringing in his hand?
no. As you hold it out and you kind of turn it to everyone, you can see that there's writing on his phone.
Okay.
Birdsong got a text message.
that's okay.
Ah,
Yes, Birdsong got a text message, not a phone call.
Sad bird face is sad.
Yes. But as you kind of turn it back around and read it, it's actually both happy and worrisome. You got a message saying some of the higher up monks were coming into the town from the Xiling Temple soon.
I don't know about you, but that's good news for me. I like monks from the Xiling Temple.
Yes.
Of course, in this world, I'm probably way more traditional than the average monk. If the shops we have seen are anything to go by.
So,
the amazing
whenever,
Xiling Monk Temple true.
Yeah, the
Whenever
moment
he-
they got the gift shop, it really went downhill.
whenever she turned it around, were we able to actually read any of it as well?
Yes.
All right, I recognize that it says Xiling Temple, and I'm like, all right, so they obviously are marketing shit towards us, or at least know shit about us to send us information. Fine. Turn back on my phone, figure out what the fuck was going on with it.
One
still
missed
think we
call.
One missed call. Does it say any kind of number?
It doesn't say number. It reads the gold mine.
Fuck that. Turn it back off.
But yes, you are now outside this, what looks like a rickety building. But even in your day would be worrisome to go into.
In my day, we didn't have no
In my
fancy
day.
VPNs. We had a government agent watching us, and we liked it.
Back in my day, we didn't have these no robo collars
No, we just had telemarketers.
and
Yes.
door-to-door salesmen.
Yes.
Back in my day, we didn't have government agents listening through the phone lines because we watched what we said. Nowadays, all the kids are like, Alexa, contact my FBI agent and ask him what the pancake mix is supposed to be made out of.
But yeah, the address
But, yeah,
looks
ring.
like a rickety building. What would you like to do?
Going
Alright.
to.
If it's the right address, is there any signage?
No signage.
Yeah,
Then
Quincy
again,
is very much going to investigate the area, investigate the house, make sure that it's not trapped. I'm checking for traps.
I'm gonna check if there's any kind of sign of magic with this, because
Yeah,
maybe it's
curiously investigating.
All right, Eisen, roll me an Arcana. Serene, roll me Arcana or investigation, and Quincy, roll me an investigation. And Birdsong can roll investigation if she if she wants as well.
That was a really
above
shit roll on my
average.
part.
Guys, I rolled higher than 10.
Yay!
Yeah,
Nice.
same. I rolled a 12 as well.
Serene and
My
Birdsong.
passive is 17, by the way.
Yeah, you guys see no traps.
Mm.
Eisen,
It-
you pick up on magic, on some kind of magic, but Serene, you pick up. This is some kind of illusion spell.
Yeah. That actually tracks. That's sensible. At least they take precautions.
Some kind of
Yeah,
illusion.
turning around. It's some type of illusion. I don't think this building actually looks that bad. Well,
Yeah,
Okay,
makes sense.
that's a relief.
I'd still be careful. We don't know precisely what we're getting ourselves into, but so cluster around, and if anything goes wrong, I'd say
Still circle.
Eisen, yours should still work.
Yes, I believe so. I'll keep it on already.
Yes. Oh, also, Sire,
Hmm.
do we have any indication what Birdsong's orb did again?
Which color was Birdsong's?
I believe orange.
Orange.
At least I believe it's orange.
I think it was one of the specifics, wasn't it?
Yeah, let me pull
No,
up.
mine is labeled orange.
Yeah,
Or
one of the
Orange,
specific,
if you want to say it incorrectly.
specific ones.
It is-
time or
Where
location.
it specified something.
It is not a Pacific one.
Yeah, mine is not in the list of ones. It's
No, you mean
meta
like
talk
a-
based on information we've received elsewhere. I really think I might have a screwed up one.
Okay.
We also don't know
Yeah.
what it does.
Yep.
Yep,
Which
Yeah,
orb
that
do I
would
have
be
again?
You were
green. I believe.
Yellow.
You have a yellow.
You have the one that leads back home.
Yep.
Yes.
Returns to a
does
certain
these-
place at a certain time.
None of these are. So I just put a orb of realm travel and then label it.
Yellow.
Okay.
Yeah, I need
'Cause
to.
it's not.
It's not a custom item yet. I know.
No, it's not in my. It's not in my inventory.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That means that when I put the orb in last week, it didn't take.
But yeah, carefully approaching the building if the others do so as well.
Alright, so I'll go ahead and start walking towards it cautiously.
And you walk up and you kind of open the door and nothing happens. It's a little dark inside.
Alright, anybody that can actually see in darkness want to go first?
Sure.
Serene, you can't.
Song is already pushing towards the front. Even though I am blind in darkness, I'm also the one that is going to push forward and be the one in danger.
I'm going to grab the back of your gi and pull you back.
It's
Wizard can't stop being held 3 feet in the air, limbs flailing.
It's
I
not,
mean, I'm not picking you up.
darkness
I'm just
as
pulling you back.
as
I know, I'm
in
just being like,
dark vision works. Even your dark vision can't see through it.
Okay, this is magic.
This isn't just darkness. This is advanced dark.
Let's. If they're going to screw us over, they're going to. And they wouldn't have given us the option to meet at the house, I think.
Still, I don't trust it. Nah. I don't know. I don't trust many things, though.
Curiosity, do we hear anything from inside the building? Because opening
Nope.
the door and finding magical darkness is less than comforting.
You hear nothing.
Okay.
Calling out, hello?
Nothing.
Pardon?
John?
You hear
Jacob? Jingleheimer Schmidt?
Hey, his name's my name too. You know, whenever I go out, people always shout.
nothing. But yes, you hear nothing back.
Could you send your copy?
Echo? Yeah, I'll go ahead and try that. And go ahead and summon my Echo and have it walk through.
And you lose contact with the echo.
All right. It just disappeared.
You
Yeah,
can
so
still
about-
feel it, but you can't. You have no connection to it right now.
What in the world? Like, I can tell it's in there, but I can't. Huh?
Barrier then. Well, we'll either have to cross it or we're going home.
Yeah. Well, see you on the other side. Can I switch places?
Nope.
Damn.
But if Birdsong's going on, Serene will be right. Following right behind her.
Quincy's on your heels, Serene.
Eisen's like, well, if everyone else is going in.
As you step through this blackness, your eyes have. It's really bright. As it looks like the walls, the floors, and the ceilings are all white. And sitting there at a desk is what looks like an elven woman.
Huh.
This is new?
Good
Wow.
afternoon, ma'am. You were told to come here?
Did we just become members of the Men in Black?
No.
Oh, something alternative.
SCP.
SCP?
Nope.
I
It's pretty obvious what you went
Yeah.
through.
Yeah. Well, good morning.
Good morning.
Were. I believe were requested, as my friend here said.
Birdsong. Correct?
Birdsong.
Birdsong.
I mean, I'm like when she says birdsong, I'm like waving and
Your group is Birdsong, right?
Yes.
Ah, yeah. That is what we went with.
Yes, yes.
Yes. I'll phone Agent Brown here and let him know you're here.
Thank you.
Please, have a seat. And she motions over to 4 chairs. Just 4 chairs on the wall. Sitting in front of the wall.
I was gonna say they're actually on the wall.
Gravity is just like an illusion, you know.
Yup. Hey, we just opened up an illusory house with magical darkness in it. So
Gravity's just a social contract. Open up
Gravity
your
is a
mind.
conspiracy invented by the government.
What's that joke like?
He
The
invented
year
magic.
before Sir Isaac Newton invented gravity, and it's just the people floating around.
But after about 10 minutes or so, you can see Ancient Brown come down and walk over. Ah, you made it. That's good. Well, you passed the first test already. You made it
Huh?
in.
All right.
We have to
Well,
keep a
that
low
was-
profile.
Understandable, but
Quite reasonable. Well, should we follow you?
Yes. It leads you down a hallway to a small, what looks like small conference room. Now, like I said,
Person is trying to watch everything, look at everything, not necessarily make detours and be nosy, but I mean, if there are any papers or screens or people talking, definitely try to get as much as I can.
roll me a perception check.
I would love to roll a 3 for you. That would make me so happy.
also, by the way,
You
is
can't roll a
scarf
3.
still around Quincy's neck?
Yes.
Say what? Oh, my scarf.
Yeah.
Yeah, scarf is just always there.
All right, just wanted to make sure because I believe we're supposed to register them.
Quincy did.
Scarf's registered. Yeah.
Did you really think Quincy would give up Scarf?
Never.
Nope.
That's my emotional support ferret.
Pay more money, keep Scarf. You can hear a couple of people talking down one of the hallways, but you're not quite able to make out what they're talking about. They're talking kind of fast and kind of hushed. And you didn't roll a 3, you rolled a 7.
1. Look, I was honestly being way too, optimistic, okay? Look, the universe is just realigning after Sunday, okay?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Considering
Mars
I
is no
rolled,
longer in retrograde.
considering I rolled a 2, a 1, and a 1 in a row, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's just picking up where we left off on Sunday for you.
True.
But he leads you into this conference room and motions for everyone to have a seat. And then he goes and sits at the head of the table. It's good.
Okay.
Glad you decided to take me up on my offer. I could always use more agents like you. Or
So
contracted people.
So, what's the whole goal, as it were?
Well, we do 2 things. One, we make sure that magic in the city and this world doesn't get out of hand again.
Again, all right.
And if need be, we travel along the timeline fixing stupid people's mistakes.
Speaking of individuals that seem to hop around a lot, I'm curious. Is there a individual by the name of Katarina in your list of people keeping an eye on?
I cannot confirm nor deny it.
All right.
Well, it certainly seems like interesting work. What would the conditions be like there? means of travel usually taken by these agents contracted individuals?
What?
Remuneration?
Well, first things first, we'll set you up if it's here in this time. We'll set you up with a car and all the necessary requirements to get there.
Quincy's immediately like back straight, ears perked forward, tail wagging like a motherfucker.
We can also teach you how to properly drive.
Leaning forward.
I believe you have someone's attention.
Well, I would certainly say that, especially if the conditions are right, I would not be opposed. Oh, I think we, as well, would not be opposed to a bit of interesting work.
I'm sure, though, that this kind of work, you kind of have to keep your job hush hush, that people don't actually know what you do.
Yes, if you work for us, you will all be given the job of park cleaner.
Mm?
That's good a term as any, I guess.
Don't you mean groundskeeper?
Park
I say that
keeper.
out of character.
Nope. Park keeper.
Okay.
Yes, it's not correct on purpose.
Well,
And that way, when you do your taxes every year, you'll have a proper job and the authorities won't suspect you of embezzling or stealing money.
yeah. For blue collar workers living in mansion, no one's gonna look at that and think embezzlement.
You also bought it on your first visit, so
Fair. And that's not in character, that's also not a criticism, that's just my tired brain.
yes.
Honestly, if it were in America, yeah,
Well-
absolutely, it would be embezzlement.
Well,
Could you imagine a
As good
blue
as
collar
that.
worker on blue collar wages owning a mansion?
honestly, over here depends what kind of blue collar worker. Any small handyman that owns their own business, even small business, not that unrealistic. I think the person with the largest place in town is just, handyman who's been working for a longer time independently.
Over here, you kind of have to be white collar to like own anything like that.
Well, my boy told me one day that I should invest in this thing called doggy coin or something like that. So I took some money and I put it in that, and you know what? It did quite well for me there.
I'm not going to fucking deny it. There are people who get incredibly lucky.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Stock market is, shall we say, volatile.
yes. Also, if you travel here, all your expenses for hotel rooms, gas, all that will be covered. Food,
All right.
to a certain degree, he says, looking directly at Quincy.
I
Well,
eat just about as much as any other Knoll.
No, you eat more.
That's from
half of my per diem.
Most
Okay, so-
Knolls now have learned how to satiate the endless hunger.
Yeah, that's a very confused head tilt from him.
You haven't gotten the 1.2 update.
The 1.2 update.
You haven't gotten the
That would
decreased,
require that would require you to completely sever our connection to Yanangu, and that's almost impossible.
Well,
You say impossible.
I say almost impossible.
Yeah, it was almost impossible. but it may have been done. You haven't been eating as much as while you've been here. Yes, you've been eating a lot, but you haven't eaten nearly as much as you normally would.
He hasn't noticed.
Hey,
I-
Birdsong noticed you only had about 14 eggs and only 37 breakfast sausages today. Like, that's just a warm-up for you.
Yes. It's been small amounts, so Quincy, you have not noticed at all. But the food here seems to be more filling. Like, you got full on chicken nuggies.
That is right. He did get full on chicken nuggies. He was very confused about that because he didn't know what that was.
Well,
Oh, please, let's not turn this D&D into a Cheem stream.
well, I would certainly say with the right remuneration and benefits, that sounds quite interesting.
Base pay is $500 a job per person.
Well,
Now, when someone offers this kind of great incentive, there's typically a hefty price. What kind of danger are we looking at?
It depends. You could be hunting rogue mages, gods, demons, devils. You name it. If it's magic or non-magic related, you could have to deal with it. Or it could be as simple as helping the old lady cross the street.
I'm not entirely sure we're equipped to be fighting gods.
No,
not yet.
you are nowhere near ready to fight gods.
Well, what I would say, looking around, we are interested. What would a first job perhaps entail?
Well, there's two. One takes place back near right about your time where you came from. In 886.
Alright.
The other one is modern. The one back then, a visitor decided to take back quite a few banned items with them,
Ah,
including a car.
Huh.
well, yes.
And they've been showing off. Now, I have to ask, what are your professions?
Well, I was in my time bounty hunter.
Fighter. He's effectively asking, what class are you?
Yeah,
Oh,
looking at
oh.
between myself and Quincy.
Fighter.
Was a student of the Jewel Arcanum.
Wizards in, I think, still use the term is still in use, right?
Yes. And the Jewel Arcanum is still around. Though it doesn't see nearly as many students.
That's
And
well.
I'm going
Why,
to...
in Master Zito's voice, teacher of the Xiling Temple. Apologies, had to walk away first.
All good. Well, the only thing, though, is, well, you have wizards that... students of the arcane. That could be very useful. Most people we get are fighters, barbarian. We don't offer this to just everyone. And you two in particular, he says, looking at Serene and Quincy, you two are particularly useful for your abilities.
All right. Don't feel like a total schlub or anything now.
You're a good fighter, yes. But the ability to modify people's memories so they don't remember
Ah.
is a very
I am-
useful skill.
I must say I'm not in the position of that spell yet. However, all things are possible to learn with good time.
Yeah. Modify is what, a second level?
Fifth.
Modify memory is a 5th level spell?
Yep.
It's a powerful spell. But yes, it's a 5th level.
However, well, things can be creatively explained away as other forms of magic. Illusions given permanency are things that might be able to be demonstrated as well.
Yes.
There is certainly a possibility we can effort towards mitigating damage if that is preferred.
Yes. Otherwise, I gotta come up with a lower level version of modify memory for you. Of a modify memory type.
Give us an artifact that can cast it once per day. Make it a small silver rod.
No.
Well, or at least something similar to a modified hypnotic pattern that just, flashes people's mind instead for a short while, for a short time.
Yep.
Just give me a flashlight. I'll flash it in their eyes and blind them.
Well,
See, like, that's the difference, though. Like, we've got 2 wizards that are able to cast spells, like, for example, Modify Memory. The way Eisen and I would have to fix all these things is like, what do you remember about the car? Birdsong, punch him. I don't remember anything about the car. Exactly, punch him again.
until he forgets how to speak.
Yup.
Damage contained.
Hey, just a few bullet holes to bore out the memory center of the brain.
You didn't see anything. Right?
Well, we can certainly look into available methods to mitigate damage.
Yeah. Everybody roll me a wisdom saving, charisma saving throw. Or wait,
Alrighty.
wait.
We
Yeah,
Which
wisdom saving throw.
and-
Wisdom. Okay.
yes.
Ouch.
Is it whatever happens eminently visible?
There is a flash of light.
Ah,
You're
Now, as I was saying, we make sure people don't remember things. Isn't that right, Quincy? You don't remember
What?
anything in the last minute from the last minute.
I don't understand.
Oh.
Well, I'm sure effective demonstration, verbal would have sufficed. Quincy, it's all right. Don't worry. Just demonstrating one of the new tools of the job.
Look,
Do we,
DC was 19.
Oh,
Oh. I rolled good for that.
yeah. Okay. Well, that is certainly one method to mitigate damage. I would ask not to flash him too often, please.
Oh,
If you
Hand
want
on
to.
Quincy's shoulder.
it's okay.
Also, idea for you, pointing to the wizards. Don't you guys have something that can store magic?
Yes, we do have that.
Well, this guy can cast that kind of magic. Why not store that kind of magic? And
Oh, no,
then,
no, no. I'm not a wizard.
Is it?
oh,
It did. Did it look like a spell to Serene?
It looked like a spell to Serene.
Well, it would
then
certainly be an interesting talent. We're happy to learn any traits of the tool. Looking slightly defensive posture in front of Quincy because he just saw Quincy get flashed.
do you have? So you didn't cast that? Did someone else, or
Oh, we have our ways.
all right? So can you give us those ways?
I could. If you accept. And you pass the last test.
Well,
Another test, all right. But
so far the conditions have seemed fair enough.
uh-huh.
Because Metatalk, honestly, most of the money we're going to make through whatever we can find in pursuing our job rather than $500.
Oh, 500 is the minimum. Depending on the
Oh,
job,
yeah.
it could be a lot more.
Oh, yeah, I know. But still, Metatalk for now.
$500 to kill a god.
No, and we do
Yes.
ask that you try to bring back, if you go back in time, the offendee alive. So that they can stand trial.
Well.
And you confiscate all their stuff.
Nodding along. Seems reasonable. Looking to the others, would you guys prefer the job closer to home first?
Yeah, that might go down a little bit more smooth than the job here.
And another question: what happens to the things that get taken from them for their misuse of?
Well, you bring them back to us. Depending on the significance, we'll either let you keep some of them, or we confiscate them for evidence, and then once the trial is over, they go into a big box and are taken care of by men, by some men.
All right,
Well,
that's not ominous, but the potential for more lucrative things as well to hold on to. The potential, at least, sounds nice.
everything so far sounds reasonable, and the cause seems reasonable as well, preventing too much shenaniganery.
Yes. You're also, while you're not working here, you're free to do what you wish. If you want to travel back and live a normal life and come back here every once in a while to make more money, you can do that as well. Just as long as you follow the proper rules.
Are there any additional rules we should be aware of, apart from the ones you have shared with us yesterday?
Any of them that are specific to your agency compared to just the time traveling?
Yes. You're not allowed to tell people who you work for. If anyone asks, you're a parks keeper.
But
And in
parks keeper. When did we agree to be called that?
it's
Yeah. Your memory got wiped, I think.
Yes.
So
My memory got what?
it was a demonstration of
So, for the most, for simply put, these people go back and fix time issues, and we can't. They can't go by their agency name, or else, well, there'd be questions. So it's referred to as a parks keeper for records.
And I suppose for us in the past, we can just give another whatever purpose, just
Mm-hmm.
mages looking to stop someone, well, causing upset.
Yes. So, like I said, there's one more test.
All right.
Head tilt.
Kind of slides 4 pieces of paper out, one in front of each of you. You'll have 30 minutes to finish this.
Oh crap! An actual test.
Well, sliding
Something
it
that
towards myself, looking at it.
If you wish to continue, you can. If you wish to stop right now and get up and leave, you can do that as well.
can handle a test.
I can handle a test.
This
He's
seems
tempted to.
so far.
Oh, the temptation to signal, like, tell me the answers in my head to Serene.
Uh, well, if the others look positively inclined towards it as well, Serene would look at the paper.
Yep, time to look at the paper.
And
Yep.
you have 30 minutes. Oh. Birdsong good?
Also, Michael good.
Sorry, feeling a little sick. I don't think I can do voices right now.
Oh,
Okay.
Sorry, kind of moving in and out. I didn't want to
Yeah.
keep on having sounds.
Oh, good. And
yeah.
go ahead and flip it and you may begin.
We
And
go.
as you flip it, you have no clue what any of this is.
Mm?
Serene,
Okay.
you're getting... Your first question is asking about... is literally asking about, how much electricity is required to teleport X amount of people back, 20 minutes without the, use of magic.
Yeah.
Serene's question. Think of trying to answer one of the 7 impossible questions. But
Alright,
Well,
these are all questions that even Serene and Quincy, who have 20 intelligence, you have no clue on any of these answers.
even on my test?
Even on your test. Your test looks like a
Alright.
bunch of gibberish.
Alright, and I'm gonna write a bunch of gibberish back.
Okay.
I'm going to have Scarf kind of look around and see if he can't find any clues, because he's starting to think that this is not a standard test.
yes.
Roll
So-
me that perception or investigation with Scarf.
Okay.
I was okay. First that, then other.
And what do you want to do, Serene?
Oh, similar. Wow. Similarly, ask about the situation that we're in, the room that we're in, and the test conditions. What do I see? What's around me? What does this look like? Any indications of anything? But
Roll me a perception at advantage.
Yeah. Addison's gonna start filling a little bit out of it out and seeing everybody just trying to figure.
Keep my head down.
Everybody's trying to keep their head down and check out, and not seeing many people besides Birdsong randomly circling and things. Like, all right, something's up.
Yeah, Birdsong's is a multiple choice.
And
To Quincy, have you any clue what is going on? I can't
I
in this place.
my best guess is this is not a standard test. He knows that we're not knowledgeable on these things.
You'll get from Scarf. It's a lie. Flip it over.
Quincy is going to discreetly flip his paper over.
You notice as you do, John kind of nods.
I can hear Quincy's
Alright.
thoughts, right? Flipping it over. Examining it. Well,
Now that you have it flipped over and you're examining it, kind of flatten it out. You can see just barely visible. Draw a picture of a cat.
all right.
Oh god, I have horrible dexterity.
On question 2, and nothing else.
My
All right.
dexterity is actually like not bad, but it is a +2.
After
Mine
I
goes well, but
Go ahead.
After I bullshit a little bit and then notice that people aren't filling out or they're checking around or just the general vibe is different than an intense test taking. Like, all right, can I want to investigate the paper and see if there's anything up with it, and I would also see it. Is my echo still summoned?
No.
No. All right. I'm gonna just test to see if I can pop it into existence behind me. See if we're in a place where magical effects don't work.
If we were, then I wouldn't have scarf on me.
This is true.
Yes. Yeah. And you would have, if Serene would pass it, you could.
would pass what?
The information to
Oh.
flip the paper.
Yeah, Serene would first do his, then look up and just since the one with Quincy hasn't been detected.
Yeah, Quincy flipped it. He
ping-
was the one who got the ping.
Yeah, no, the communication with Quincy wasn't called out.
Oh,
hence
yeah.
You would ping that information he received as well.
As
All right.
Birdsong, as you flip your paper over, being the last one, he looks and goes,
Flip over and examine.
"That's time."
Hmm?
You all pass. And
Well.
tell your little buddy that he did a good job noticing in the room.
I am very, very much going to just scritch under Scarf's chin because he is a good boy.
And as he says that, you can see behind him, in what looks like white on white, flip over the paper.
Quincy
Do
is gonna
nothing else.
squint. He can't read this for shit. You gotta remember, Quincy is nearsighted.
Yeah. Yeah, Quincy wouldn't have seen it, and Serene didn't see it. Good.
Yeah.
Now, that's where we're going to end for tonight. We'll get into the quests and whatnot for next week, because I have to finish writing up the couple of quests, and I have to get the item for you guys. But, yes, you have passed the MBI's test.
That was fun. I'm not gonna lie. I thought of you remember back when Naruto was still a thing?
Yep, I
Yep.
was considering doing that as well.
That's exactly what I thought of. I immediately was like, "Oh, okay, so this is information gathering."
All good.
All right.
But yes, that was a thing. Yep.
That was great. That was fun. I really enjoyed that.
I just want to see if I would have noticed.
Nope.
Nope. Probably
Make-
needs to be 20 plus.
It is a 20 plus for perception to notice.
To make a more modern reference, or technically upcoming reference, are we still recording?
1 second, I'm ending here in just a second. Alright, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.